Hey everybody, Mike Mulrooney here with a episode of Shirley Talk TV, and we brought Allan Loney back. He told the story of his wife Elaine and her journey with breast cancer, and we had a little audio issue, so we wanted to re-record most of it, and we wanted to show y'all some of these bills. We're not going to show names or anything like that, but just to prove, if you're not familiar with the, I don't know what to call it, the overwhelming amount of bills and bills and bills that come to you, and the sick feeling when you see in his case, the green envelope come in, white with the green stamp. So Allan, your wife, she had breast cancer, and we talked a little bit about the story last time, and I was wondering if you kind of go through how she found out she had the cancer, and it wasn't a lump.
No, it was an inverted nipple.
Okay. And that's what... A lot of people don't know that. Right. Unless they're trained, we've been doing some stuff at high schools and talking to high school kids about that, but most people look for a lump, and that's not what this was.
No, she didn't, hers was so involved she couldn't even tell it was a lump. The whole thing was a lump.
Really?
Yeah.
And it was a golf ball, a softball size?
It was big, yeah. They said if she would have waited any longer, they couldn't have done nothing. She was going to wait 2 weeks because she had her yearly yearly exam coming up in 2 weeks.
Right. Did her family, her mom, have a history of breast cancer or anything like that?
They had a history of ovarian cancer. She was worried about that.
Yeah.
And
not at all.
Not at all. Yeah.
So they still...
Hers was just, they said it's just bad luck.
So the mystery, again, is where do these cancers come from? It was not hereditary, so obviously we don't know how that happened, but she fought it for quite a few years, right?
8 years.
8 years. Yeah. And for many years, she didn't really have signs of it until the last few years.
Yeah, well, she beat the breast cancer.
Right.
And then it went metastatic to her left thalamus of her brain.
Okay.
And she found that too. She was walking to the left. No, she was walking to the right. So they said it was in the left thalamus.
So the cancer was pushing on her brain and forcing her to walk differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And she had pinpoint radiation, which got it, but it festered back.
So it found a blood supply and passed on through her body.
Yeah. Well, it stayed in her brain, and they said if it was, or in her brain stem, they said if it was in her brain, they would have went after it.
But at the beginning, they told you, and I believe your exact words is, this is the type of cancer that kills women.
You have what kills women, is what her doctor said.
So she started out with a pretty rough view of thinking that she might be able to beat this anyway.
Yeah. Well, they staged her. The doctor, he was pretty straightforward and blunt, but he told me he staged her at 3, but she was actually 4. He didn't want to tell her 4.
Yeah, that's hard to hear.
But he told me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's hard to hear. I tell you, I just, it's such a rough road, and obviously they didn't catch it early.
Well, they thought she caught it because she had no. I mean, this came up quick. Mm-hmm. She hadn't seen it for a couple of, it was a couple of weeks that it had happened.
Right.
And she just, she was, putting it off.
Right.
And I didn't want her to put it off no more. And we got in there, and like 3 days, she had a port in and was getting chemo because they couldn't do surgery.
So that's a good thing to point out. If you have any signs at all, don't put it off.
No, get checked.
Don't talk to your doctor and have your doctor say, I'll come back next week or next month, we'll check it again. Because at that point, it might be too late.
Too late, yeah. 2 weeks, they said they couldn't have done nothing.
Yeah, I know a woman that she didn't want to go have her tests, even though she knew something was wrong, because she was the one responsible for taking her grandkids to school and didn't want to interrupt her kids' life because she was pretty confident she had cancer, but she thought she could wait long enough, and she almost died from it. So the point is, if you think anything is wrong, don't wait. And don't let the doctor tell you that it'll be okay to come back next month or the next month.
And she was only 38 when she found it.
38. So. And what's the age that the doctors or the insurance companies say that you should get your mammograms?
It's 40 something, but I think they're moving it closer to 50.
But she was under the age.
She wasn't even due.
We talked to a girl the other day, and Kelly can correct me later, but I thought she was in her mid-20s that found out she had breast cancer.
Mm-hmm. Well, Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah, Charlie, she sure did. I forgot about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very young.
Yeah.
And, well, I know Elaine worked. She was a cafeteria worker, is that
Yeah, she
right?
worked in the
So did
school
she work very long after she found out she had the cancer?
Yeah, she worked, actually after she had, quote, beaten the breast cancer, she went back to work.
Yeah.
Because that's why, we talked early in this about what you were trying to do and everything.
Right.
And I held off till I couldn't hold off no more to need help, because then I lost my job.
Well, that was an interesting story too, because your employer actually tried to help you initially by doing the right thing, and then when it come down to letting you work an hour or two a week, they wouldn't let you do it.
No, yeah. They had no, they didn't know my availability, which,
I guess, and I'm not, employers, it's tough for small time employers, but we see billion-dollar companies let people go when they find out they've got a cancer diagnosis, and it's heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
Because then what does the person do?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, what do you live for?
Yeah.
It's kind of how it hits you in the gut.
Yeah, it really is. Which brings us to these bills. You've got a bag full, and you haven't even opened a lot of them. So I really don't understand the insurance side of things, but you were telling me earlier that all these bills kept coming in, and eventually I guess she qualified for Medicaid or Medicare. Is that what it was, since she wasn't, and neither one of you had jobs?
Yeah, well, this was on my insurance, my company, when I was working. I had the insurance that was covering this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I really don't know whatever become of it. I know her life insurance, some of it was paid off, on that,
Yeah, but I'm looking at these bills, and again, in full disclosure, these are bills, and a lot of it was billed to the insurance company. But my question is, who pays this? Is the money actually transferred from the insurance company to the hospitals? Because this bill here, and you got a stack of them. Look at that. Let's show them that stack. We got a stack of bills here that just keep coming in. Now, if you're fighting cancer, stress makes you sick. Your mind plays tricks on you if you're sick, and it makes it worse. So the stress of these bills, and these are just a portion of them. This isn't all of them, is it?
No, that's just what I grabbed.
Yeah. So you're still not sure what happened to the debt or the bills, if the insurance company ever paid them, or?
Well, whenever I would get a notice from them, I would pay it out of her life insurance that was left after she passed.
When she passed.
Yeah.
But you had to cash in your retirement. So at this point, you have no retirement. 401k and all that stuff.
Well, I'm starting a new one.
But it's gone
Yeah.
because of bills.
Yeah.
So this man worked his entire life, him and his wife both, cancer diagnosis. He loses his wife, loses his entire retirement savings, and this is what we have. Look at this. That's unbelievable. Bills after bills after bills that not any normal person can pay in any lifetime.
No.
So these aren't open, but we got these here. And again, full disclosure, I don't know what the insurance company paid, but even so, the bills on these are astronomical. So this one, $5,736. This one, $369,000, $369,205. Amount allowed, blah, blah, blah. I don't even understand any of this. I think that's the thing, is because you get these bills and you really don't know what they're for, even though it says detailed billing.
Yeah.
Do you have any clue what these are for?
Yeah, no. I just know what my bottom dollar was on it. It tells what I actually had to pay.
Individual out-of-network deductibles. So you get all these different deductibles because you could have a doctor that's out of your insurance network walk in and say hi and send you a bill. So you've got in-network, out-of-network, network deductible, maximum in-network out-of-pocket, network out-of-pocket, network in-pocket. And here's another one. Okay, this one's for $369,000. This one's for $624,000. I mean, I just can't make sense of where this world's going with this type of thing.
And it's all, different scans and blood works and
Yeah.
radiations and.
So and this isn't those bills, but the last time we talked, you told me she had 5 PET scans.
Yeah, and I believe they were right at $250,000.
$250,000 per PET scan. She had 5 of them. So there's a bill in there somewhere for $1.25 million, I guess. I don't know. I'm not even looking at them, but
there's 5 of them for 250.
But I don't know. I just would love for somebody out there, even in the comments, send us a message. I don't know. Help us explain this, because if you're sick with cancer and you start getting all these bills and you start getting overwhelmed and you start feeling like, you know, we've had people that talk to us and say, I'm not putting my family through this. I'm not going through treatments because I know what the cost is going to be, and we can't afford it.
Well, you see how many I haven't opened, because I didn't want to see that top number.
Yeah, it's depressing.
It's not what I owed per se, what I actually had to pay, but it was an amount that I couldn't fathom.
But looking at this, I mean, we interviewed a guy earlier, and you'll see it. It's premiering tomorrow. What is that? The 19th at 7 o'clock. But he talks about his mom and his sister handled all this stuff and wouldn't let him see it. He was battling lymphoma. So he had somebody handling these, but you're trying to take care of your wife, making sure she's able to go to the bathroom, she's fed, she's got water, she's able to sleep, and you're holding her hand, and you're still dealing with these bills. But I don't know what these bills are. I really don't. It's got total billed $624,000, planned discounts $579,000. So that's 80. That's $44,000. It's not discounted. So I guess that's what they owe. Amount plan pays $16,000. Medical costs $16,000. Amount you pay provider $2,844. Why can't they just put you owe $2,844? Because looking through this, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it blows your mind looking through it.
But again, I'm just always curious. Is this money actually transferred from the insurance companies to the hospitals, and there's a big fund there that they can go? I'm just still baffled about all of this, and the discounts and the exclusions and the ads and the amounts and medical costs and the prescriptions, and I don't know. It's just a web of stuff to throw at somebody that's fighting for their life.
There's one I just opened.
Let's have some fun on these. You mind if I open another one?
Okay.
Wow. $607,000. So $607,000. Kelly, you got a calculator? $607,000 plus $624,000 plus $369,000.
And you get to open one.
I get to open one. It's like Christmas, only in a bad way. Let's see.
You can look on in the back.
Look on the back. See, we don't even know where it's at. The amount total in the back.
Right there.
Ooh, that's a cheap one. $3,400.
Yeah, I'd have paid that one.
Man, that's a cheap one right there. All right, let's look at one more. $1.6 million on 4 of those bills. This is thick. I don't know if the thickness decides what it is. Let's see.
I know it's crazy.
Ooh, $59,000. That's not too bad.
No,
that's a house payment.
That's
I paid $52,000 for the first house, but this is $59,000.
Yeah, but
That's not the primary. Hold on. So see, now we got to look through and figure out which page you actually shows the totals. It's mass chaos. Yeah. Complete mass chaos. I don't even know.
I don't know. That may be it.
Come on, let's look at another one. This is fun. I don't want to depress you, but I'm down to see what these are. Did you add the 59,000?
I'm past it.
If you $1 million, all right. If you got a guess at what his total bill is, put it hashtag in the comments. I want to see that. We might run a total here. This one's $51,000. This says Group Door Equipment Company. I don't know what that is. Did the door company send you a bill?
No, that's.
Oh, okay. That's your old company.
That's the company.
So did you get 51,000? All right. This is fun. This is crazy.
This one's 183.
183,000.
No, 188. Sorry.
This is the cheapest one yet. $1,122 and 75 cents. Add the 75 cents.
Yeah, but that's not it.
Oh, that's not it. Hold on. We got to look to the back.
You got that's not what they're.
While he's looking, let's look at the. See, I don't even know what page to look on.
Yeah, it's.
This is insane.
Yeah, that one's.
That one's cheap.
Yeah, 21.98.
But what's that bottom number there? Oh, 1630. All right, this one's $947. That's the cheapest one so far. Come on, man. I want to see what these are. I think your mic is coming down.
That's why quit opening them.
$53,000. Yeah, I want to get a total here. This is driving me. Oh, wait a minute. $294,000. Yeah, it's the fourth page in the envelope. So that's, I guess there's a couple of them here. Did you get 294,000? All right, this stack of bills is crazy. Let's keep going. If you want to open your bills online, contact us at info@shirleysway.com. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do cancer bill opening, info@shirleysway.com. That'd be a fun video. We can start doing that. Let's do that. Let's see, 10 on the front page. Let's look at the fourth page. $399,000. $399,000. And another one for $10,400. This is crazy. Anybody got any guesses on this one while you're out there? Let's see in the comment section.
That one's $817. That's not bad.
800. I'll pay that one for you.
Yeah.
$817.
Yeah.
All right, $19,000.
That was probably a
Ooh,
blood test.
$388,000. I mean, and I'd like to think maybe there's carryovers from things like that, but I'm not sure. It doesn't say. It just says total billed for this particular thing. Plan to date summary, none. I don't know. Again, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what any of these are. Plan to date, year coverage. But we got piles and piles. What are we at? A couple million? $3,048,000 so far, and we hadn't finished opening these. And again, I'm not sure if these are carryover summaries. Now that I look at them, again, full disclosure, but if somebody opens these, it has got to be the most depressing thing.
Yeah.
And to this day, you still don't know what was paid or how it was handled. You just paid stuff from the life insurance that she had.
Yep.
Which was supposed to be handled to keep you alive after you die. You lose a spouse, you lose part of your income.
That's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was gone. In the year, that was gone.
So your retirement's gone.
Her life insurance.
Her life insurance is gone. You lost your wife. And, I mean, what are you doing now?
Working.
Working?
Trying to get out of the fog.
Yeah. Trying to stay busy.
Yeah.
And,
I was her primary caretaker. So,
yeah.
She died in my arms.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I just, cancer's horrible. Everybody says, and the cancer sucks. I mean, we got it on the shirts, but this is insanity. And
and what you do, I can't thank you enough because I would have lost my house. Not only would I lost my wife, I'd have lost my house.
Yeah.
And what you guys did saved it.
Well, I hate to say you were one of the lucky ones, but you were one of the first few that we were able to do something for, and we didn't have the amount of people that call in right now with help. And with COVID, it shut all of our events down.
Yeah.
So luckily you were the first, and we were able to help you more and more and more. But we're getting 50, 60 phone calls a week of people that are losing their homes, or they need their insurance paid, or they can't keep their treatments going on.
Yeah.
That's the big one right now, is people need their insurance paid so they can continue their treatments. And if they don't have their insurance, they can't continue their treatments.
Yeah, one that stuck to me was the lady that couldn't afford TARP to go get her treatments, and you bought her like a year's TARP pass or something.
We did. Yeah, I forgot about that one. We took it over to her. She lived in an apartment, and we took her she couldn't afford $6 a day to get to her treatment. So think about that, folks. While you're buying your fancy coffee, $6 a day could send somebody to their treatments. And all we're asking is that people go to shirleysway.org and set up a $10 monthly donation. And it's very easy to do, but that's huge to us. And but again, the last thing I want to point out is the medication. Last time you told me after the interview, you had 2 bottles of pills, and how much were those worth each, according to the insurance company?
They were like $4,000 a piece.
Yeah, you said a bottle of pills, each one had a value from the insurance company, $4,000.
Yeah. It's a chemo pill, and she only took, I think she only took like 1 or 2 weeks worth out of it. It's a big bottle, but that's what caused her pancreatitis.
Wow.
So they took her off of that. and she had to have that.
So you were billed $4,000 via insurance company, and again, I don't know what came out of his pocket, but the point is that medicine billed to the insurance company was $4,000, and all this mess. So
Yeah, each.
yeah, we talked to a lady the other day, her pills and everything, and she gave us one number, and she sent me a message and said she was off a little, but she felt bad for not telling the right amount. But I just laughed at her and said, you're awesome, sweetheart. I said, but even though you're not at $100,000 for your medication, you're at $90,000. That's still an insane amount of money to pay for medication to save your life.
Yeah. What do you do?
Well, there's people that don't. They got to choose between medication and food, and there's more people choosing food because they can't do this to their family.
Yeah, we still, like I said, probably 10 more bills right there we still ain't even looked at.
Yeah.
And that's not all of them. That's just what I grabbed.
You need to be a medical I don't know what the term is, a person that is fluent in reading medical bills, because I'm not going to pick on this company and I'm not going to tell you who they are, but I've had other people call and ask about their bills that they get, and the person on the other end of the line has no empathy. They talk to them like they should know exactly what the bill is and it's perfectly legible and you should fully understand it. So that's not true either. I mean, if you look at these statements and just looking at them, I don't know, I can't make anything out of them. They're so confusing. So, well, Allan, thanks for coming back on and sharing your story again and bringing these with you. It's just heart-wrenching to see this and what people go through in this world. And I've said it before, we live in the richest country in the world, and I don't know the answer. I've said it before, I'm not fully engaged in a universal healthcare system, but I know there's other countries out there that are doing it, and they're doing it very well. What concerns me is our government controlling that. So, but you know, if that's the way to go and it's going to get everybody the care they need without bankrupting them, then maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I just know that it's not working the way it is.
No. But I know what you're doing is a huge help. And
we're trying.
Like I said, I can't thank you enough.
I wake up every day thinking some rich person's going to write us $1 million check, and it hadn't happened yet. But I'm really hoping one day that that's going to happen, because it's, you know, when our big drawings were going, and we got one coming up, go to queenofheartslab.org, the pot's really high. When it was up high, we were giving away $30,000 a month and could barely keep up.
Right. That's sad.
With the need.
Right.
Of people losing their homes and their cars and their insurance and food.
Yeah, food. Right.
So,
yeah.
Well, anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe. Subscribe to Shirley's Way. Watch all of our videos. We do these talks a lot. And we're trying to find people to interview that have cancer. And if you've got a story to tell, send it at info@shirleysway.com. We'd love to get you on video and tell your story. I'd like to do a bill opening session where we sit in here and open the bills and have some fun with them, because that's all you can do.
Yeah.
You might as well laugh about it, because there's not much you can do about it.
Well, maybe we can have a fire with these later.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll start a fire. Thanks again. Appreciate it, Al.